finally going to be giving you guys a dressing room reveal slash tour. First of all, I'd just like to say that this video is a collaboration with Sharp's Bedrooms, who kindly agreed to work with me on this room, which I was so excited about because for years now I've always tried to kind of create my own space and it's never panned out to what I had in mind. And basically what I've realized is sometimes you just got to leave it to the professionals. This has been about 6 or 7 months in the making. The dressing room was actually completed just pre-lockdown, but it's taken me kind of like the past 6 months to finalize the look of the room, put in the blinds, finish up some painting corners, things like that, because obviously we all know how crazy lockdown was and everybody was just all over the place. But we are finally here. I wanted a dressing room that would be a multi-use kind of room. I wanted a room that looked absolutely stunning and a room that would hold everything I own in terms of beauty and clothing, shoes, jackets, hair tools, everything. But I also wanted a room that I could come in and just kind of chill out in without just getting dressed or getting ready or putting on my makeup. I just wanted a kind of a zen space for me. So my designer was Julia and she was absolutely fantastic. From the minute she came in, I remember she walked in and we were doing some crazy renovations downstairs and I was like, I'm so sorry for the mess. It's absolutely chaotic right now. And she was like, oh, no bother. We've been in like much worse situations. So she came up into this room and it basically looked like this. This is the before. She asked me a few questions, you know, what I do for a living, what am I looking for? And obviously I just said to her, well, I've got so many clothes, I never have enough space to store them. I've always got my clothes in my dressing room, and then I've got some in a wardrobe in someone else's room, then I store some under the bed, store some in like a utility room. And I was really trying to kind of make her understand that I have too many clothes. It's not what you think, it's more. Anyway, a few days later then I got the drawings of the room, 3D drawings and like a floor plan with the measurements of everything. We started finalizing the colors and the finishing touches of like the fabric of the bench over here, which I'll show you in a minute. The style of wardrobe I went for is the Manhattan handleless range. Then we finalized the design and then we had a date for fitting. And I was a little bit wary because we were moved into the house by then of, you know, having somebody come upstairs and kind of work on the room. The person who fitted the wardrobe is called Neil and he was so surprisingly professional. On delivery day they come in, they bring in all the equipment they need and everything is made in the room. So Neil was in here literally cutting up the wood, measuring out. These wardrobes are not just ordered in, they are made to measure. And I'll show you exactly what I mean in a minute, because like my wardrobes literally, as you can see at the back, touch the ceiling, which also means maximum storage space. Neil was here for 4 days, incredibly professional, incredibly pleasant to talk to, so tidy, never left anything a mess. I actually cannot praise the experience enough. I think I've spoken too much now. Let's start actually showing you the room. I'm going to take you to that corner over there, which is the door, because that makes the most sense. Let's go! So I'm outside the dressing room. If we just come in, just pushed it open. The first thing you'll notice is this section over here. The depth of this is actually on this side very short, but then it comes out a little bit, just so that when you come in, it's a much softer kind of entrance. To open, because it's handleless, you literally just give it a push and it pops open. So if you can see in here, we have shelving all the way to the top. I mean, I can't even reach that, but obviously I can get a stool and put whatever I need up there. I still need to fill this up. A lot of my possessions are still actually in the garage, even though we've been in this house for 1 year. These are the perfumes that I've got out right now. I haven't even unpacked. These are just some kind of sunglasses I just unpacked and just thought I'd put here. I've got some costume jewelry, and I've just got some tote bags and beanies at the bottom. You see the shape? They've basically given me maximum space in the wardrobe. And then if you come across, I have 2 double doors. And if I open those, it's basically 2 rails, one up there and one at the bottom, and that's where I've stored my kind of heavy jumpers and some jackets. Sorry, some of these need ironing. So I've got sweatshirts here. Oh, and then we've got some vacuum seal stuff at the top because I've got more shelving space. Bottom rail, then we've got some jackets. It's a mess, it's not coordinated, ignore it. We'll do a whole other video on the kind of organization of my wardrobe another time. Now we're at the tricky kind of part of the room because it was the corner. Pop open this part here first. Boop. And then in here, hold on. Oh wow, I didn't even know. Oh my God, I didn't even know it opens that wide. I thought it was gonna block you guys off. Well, there we go. Hello, Hannah. What do you think of my dressing room? You love it, don't you? Your dress looks super cool with those zebra leggings though. I love it. So as you can see, it's not just me who gets ready in this room. As I was showing you, basically I've got shelving all the way to the top because originally Julia basically said to me, you obviously need a lot of hanging space. And I was like, yeah, I do. And then I went back to her and I said, actually, I do need hanging space, but I equally need a lot of shelving space because I actually like to fold up a lot of my jumpers, almost all of my trousers and jeans. That's why we did this floor to ceiling shelving. And then if I open this bit over here, it's long hanging space. Look, just ignore the mess at the top. It's just all my bags. So here I've got one long rail, which actually goes all the way in here, guys. Literally, I could hide in there. So here's what I mean when I say it's quite deep and it goes all the way back for all of this hanging space. And then at the bottom, I've obviously got space for baskets, etc. If I bring you guys to my mirrored section that my lovely daughter just put a few more fingerprints on, I needed obviously full length mirrors because I didn't want to bring in furniture into this room. I only wanted to accessorize this room with like cushions or a rug and small mirrors on my dressing table, but I didn't want to bring in like another chair or another big mirror to fit somewhere. So let me just explain to you actually why we did what we did over here, because originally on this side of the room there was a place for like fireplace from years back, and then it was alcoves on either side, and that meant obviously we couldn't play with the depth as much. But Julia wanted to use as much space as she could, so she gave me shallow shelving here. Shelving all the way down. As you can see, I've just got some hair stuff in the middle. I haven't really thought about what I want to do, but I was thinking I could potentially have this side over here as all of my makeup if I get kind of storage boxes and just organize it like that. Because I'm thinking all of my makeup will be stuff that I'm not using daily, so I can have it kind of stored away very neatly here. And over here then we've got shoes. Obviously this is super handy for me, but I need to kind of find a way to display them much neater. There's a lovely little Sharps logo in there. So we'll just close that for now. And then I'll take you guys to this side over here, which is two more double rails. One up there, and shelving. So as you can see, that's my top rail and it's not full yet, but it also goes in there a little bit because they've literally used every inch of this room for space. And then at the bottom, as you can see, I still have more space where I've just kind of got hanging trousers. And then if I just show you guys up here, I've also got pretty deep shelving, which I haven't filled yet just because I don't need to yet. So that's kind of that side. If you have a look again, that's kind of all of this kind of corner of the room. We strategically went through where to place mirrors, etc., taking into consideration what I do for a living and the fact that I need to take a lot of pictures in here. I need good daylight coming through. So as you can see, the lighting here is stunning, and that's because if you take a right, I have a bay window here, and I'm just going to zoom out so that you guys can see possibly my favorite part of the room, which is this stunning bench, windowsill bench that was fitted. Let's talk about the stunning fabric on the top. We went for this kind of dusted pink woven look for the bench, so it's comfortable. Yes, we can sit on here, and occasionally I get cushions up here and I lean against the window and I chill with a book or my coffee. Like I said, I like it just for chill time when I need to get away from the rest of the family. Hello. So 4 drawers, very deep drawers. Obviously you can tell how deep it was by the size of the bench on the top. So the handles that I went for are the brass lila handles on either side of the 4 drawers. I also have this extra space. Now bear in mind it's a mess in there, but I'm using these 2 on either side of the drawers for hair equipment. So I've literally got like hair dryers, straighteners and things like that just in there. Now if I just swivel to here, what are we thinking? I've got 6 drawers. I've got that drawer in the middle. Now, I don't know if you can tell on camera, I feel like it looks quite small over here, but it is absolutely huge. It's taking up the majority of the back wall, except for then obviously this tall radiator that we've got here. I wanted storage so that all my messy stuff can just go in these drawers. They're so deep. Look at these drawers, guys. Without showing you what's inside, because it's a mess. Super smooth, again. And then if we come over here, I've got this, which also came with this kind of jewelry tray organizer. So the jewelry I've got in here is kind of a bit of mix and match. A lot of my jewelry is still packed away, if I'm honest with you. So I've just kind of used this as my daily kind of quick accessories. So I feel like you can really understand the color scheme here. Look at the light when I'm by the window, guys. So when I'm coming to get ready, I'll literally just come here, I'll get my stool, perch myself on it, I'll open the drawer. So here is like my daily makeup, and it's not organized or anything, it's just stuff that I've been using, but the majority of my makeup is still packed away. I've told myself, look, if you've got all of this space in this room, if you still have stuff that doesn't fit in here, then you don't need it and it's too much. What I love, and I didn't think about this before until it was actually fitted, is the fact that there's full length mirrors here and then this big dressing table mirror here, because it means I can look at myself here, but I can also see the back of me. So I can see what my hair looks like from the back whilst I'm also styling my hair. Done, you know? Also, guys, we have a little remote. Let me just close the blinds so I can truly show you. I'll just close the lights as well so you can understand what's happening. So this is kind of the light in the room with my blinds closed. Obviously there's still a bit of sun peeking through and the lights off. Oh, that's the lamp I chose as well before the wardrobes are fitted. So if you have a look on top of my wardrobes, you'll see these teeny tiny little spotlights. If I turn those on, I can also adjust how strong they are. Yes. To how dim they go. So if you can imagine at nighttime, it's so stunning for me to come home after a long day and instead of turn on my harsh lights, just go like that and put them up a little bit. It's super cozy, in love with that little feature. As you can tell, I'm very, very happy with this room. I feel like it's such a timeless design. What do you guys think of my color scheme? I've kind of gone for those kind of muted tones. It's a very warm room. Because of the tones of the colors, I can really change up the look of this room with my accessories. So if I changed up the plants, automatically it would give it a different vibe. I haven't filmed for YouTube in this room at all, but I filmed for Instagram, TikTok, you know, pictures, things like that. So I'm still kind of trying to decide what is my backdrop for YouTube going to be. And that's another thing that me and the designer were talking about. I said to her, I want it to be very versatile, the room. I want it sometimes to feel like I'm not in a dressing room, sometimes to feel like I'm just in a corner of my house. And that's why we both decided as well, okay, you've got about 4 different backdrops here. Let me give you an example. This over here is one potential YouTube backdrop. Okay, love it. This over here is another backdrop. This over here is another stunning YouTube backdrop. I just love this vibe. This corner over here, if I just wanted all grey behind me, is another backdrop. I really want to take you guys on the journey with me to kind of organize the insides of my wardrobes and my storage, so it'd be great if we could chat about that in the comments. Thank you again to Sharps for collaborating with me on this. It was an incredibly enjoyable collaboration. You will see a lot more of this room in future content here now that I'm back on YouTube finally. I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye!